snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game.
Wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today, it's week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sport. Should he add a mulligan? That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
They give up the middle to Akers. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Going right back to Akers. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Looking to throw on second down. Langford toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game. So they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Lance. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Lance looking to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Sullivan. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. The Niners at 6-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Lance's throw caught by Gray. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 19. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. numbers. Deebo Samuel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year? Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Langford. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
These two teams all tied after one. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
79 Broncos. Back and 60.
Operating from the gun, Langford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Come on, set. Field, left. Ready.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And he's got some space here. Uses the stiff arm. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big third down play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here we go.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Lance going to throw. Caught on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Here we go. Here we go.
Lance on the keeper. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Let's go.
On 2nd and goal, Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Niners have moved out in front.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop. And
that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that?
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw on 2nd down. Langford, and his throw is incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
18
Looking to throw. Langford. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. But he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
19 White.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Langford, complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
5 years.
On 1st down, Langford. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Langford. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the 1st down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And he will find his man Samuel. Now a timeout signaled for him. They'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Drive starts with a give to Mitchell. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
36 yards on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
60
Off play action. Langford rolling to his right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Off the play fake. Langford swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to get this down near the 25. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Off play action. Langford steps away. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Gay's kick is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, here's Mitchell. Fighting through it, he's got space. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 59 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here just past the 25. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to...
He's got a man, complete! And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up. Give a light.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Langford looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is up to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw. Langford. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Lucas. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This pass completes a Pollard on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. 19 wide.
Looking to throw. Langford. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it. And he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
On third down, Langford. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Langford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only do they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Langford. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. Finding space at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, Langford. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 4th down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. That's Watkins. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And this is caught. Touchdown, L.A. Cam Akers, 35 yards. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
On the stick.
Looking to throw. Langford. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And now it's out. Langford loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Ready.
A lot more is on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this.